Well, hello, my soul friends. It's Victoria, the Soul Nurturer. Welcome to my channel. My channel is all about soul. I am here to teach you the most important language you could ever learn to speak, or I should say understand and speak, and that is the language of the soul. So, what do? Well, first of all, I speak to topics about connecting to soul and your own soul wisdom and transformation and soul work and anything to do with the language of the soul, dream work, shadow work, all kinds of tools in my toolkit. I've been doing this for over 22 years, and I offer this channel as an extension of supporting and being of service to others out there. And yeah, so today on my heart, I've been called to speak to soul calls. In fact, I just had a question about this last week. So this channel here, the way that I see this, it's like me sitting down to talk to some friends, okay? I don't script, I don't edit, because we don't do that in real life. I don't go like, oh, hold on a minute, let me see how I'm going to respond to you, and here it is. So occasionally I make mistakes. Sometimes I talk pretty fast. Sometimes I put in a couple ums. Hey, this is slow cooked wisdom here. It is not fast paced information. So I hope you can spare a few moments with me, about 20 minutes. We're going to talk about soul calls today. Do you have any idea what a soul call is? Think about that for a minute. And then I want to say one other thing before we launch into this topic that's been on my heart for a while. I'm so thrilled and excited that I posted a video last week for the new moon in Virgo. I have been offering this channel for about 2 years. And by the way, since it's Virgo season, I want to speak to this because it's important. This channel, or anything I do, or anything we all do, we need to remember and give ourselves grace and space to play, to practice. I like to say progress, not perfection. I know that we're in Virgo season, so we're a little bit more like, oh, got to get it right. And no, if anything, if my channel supports you in letting go of perfection to do what you're called to do, may it be so. So, so yeah, get messy, make mistakes. That's how we learn. I remember years ago, I was working with a client, and this thought came to me, and that was that perfection is an illusion. There is no such thing. And the idea of perfection gets in the way of us bringing our soul potential, answering our soul calls. So my work is all about helping you reconnect to your soul nature, your essence, and cultivate that and nurture that into potential and possibilities. So I started this channel 2 years ago to do that. And, I've gotten a few likes here and there, a few comments here and there, and I've had a pretty steady amount of subscribers. And God love you all, bless you, I love you all. But the other day when I uploaded the new moon in Virgo, I checked on it like, the next day, or maybe it was 2 days after, and all of a sudden I was getting all these views, all these likes, and my subscription went up 70 people. So thank you, first of all, if you're a new subscriber. I was going to write out all the names, but I don't always get notified on the names of the subscribers, and maybe you don't want to shout out, but I see you and I thank you, and it was so fun. So now I'm going to segue into soul calls, because when you answer an honest soul call and it's been on your heart, you feel pulled to it, you feel called to it, either through dreams, through just daydreaming, journaling, you get this bubbled up information from your soul, from your unconscious, that says, do this. Maybe you see someone doing something that you really admire and you say, gosh, I really want to do that. I mean, I think that's how I got the idea to do a YouTube channel. I saw a few people that I followed, and I thought, I had fear. So you need to walk through fear or walk with fear to answer a soul call. But I felt this immediate yes. And that's one place to start, is I do this with my clients, to teach you or my clients how to find your soul yes. Okay, there's a lot of noise in the world, there's a lot of pulls in different directions, but you want to be really feeling the gentle calling of your soul. Okay, so what is a soul call? In my mind, there's, different associations to soul call. Some people use it in a romantic way, that, oh, I was called to my soulmate. The way that I think of a soul call, it's when your soul is trying to guide you towards your potential and possibilities. And I'm going to segue here because I was going to do a separate video, but I think this is important. I was like, do I chime in on this? Because I'm all about helping you and my clients connect to soul purpose, and it's not like this, like, here it is. This is what you're here to do. Now, some people have that. Some people do get a clear knowing, a direction, a purpose, a soul call that's crystal clear. The majority of us, and I'm included, I mean, I track back to when I was a kid. I always knew. I mean, I ordered Psychology Today when I was 14. And I had a knowing I was here to serve and support. And I love learning about human nature and human behavior and everything to do with the soul. Since I was a kid, dream work, astrology, trying to understand and make sense of this world, soul work. Well, mostly I believe that we get puzzle pieces wherever we go, whatever job we have, wherever we are, whether it's an absolute call or we kind of wander into a job, our soul is going to use everything to guide us back to our authentic purpose, to emerge more of our authentic self and soul. Now, here's where I'm going to chime in. I might get some pushback, but really I'm all about these days, like, I don't care. I think as you get older, you feel that more, like all the noise about what will people think, what do people want me to do? I don't care. I care about fulfilling my soul potential and honoring my authentic nature. This is the sweet spot, everybody, to get to streamline and move quicker towards what you're here to do. So, I mean, I care, but, I don't care as much as I used to, where things used to stop me in my tracks. If I can't tell you how many times people say, what you should do, and you should do. Don't should on me. And shoulds may stop you. You have to listen to your soul's direction, your soul guidance, and those soul calls. Make sure you answer them. So the point is, I heard about this phrase, and I hope I get it right. It's called, and please, I know this is probably going to sound like a generational thing, and maybe, yes, I'm older than the generation that this is a trending thing for sure. And here's the thing, we elders do have some wisdom to offer. So I hope this lands as me helping, not judging. And that is this quiet quitting. And if I understand it correctly, I sort of got the feeling that it's like dialing in your, what am I here to do? Fine, doing it, clock out 5, I'm done. And I get that. I get that there is a huge, huge collective call to get to our purpose. Yes, I get it. That's my mission. I want to help you do that. However, you may be missing a puzzle piece or a significant soul call. If you have a job that you're like, I don't really want to do this job, it's not what I'm here to do. Okay, but you're there. So utilize and be open to your soul. You're there. I believe that you wouldn't be somewhere that couldn't be purposeful. So when I backtrack and on the various many jobs I had before I got on my path, my authentic path of being a soul guide, I worked so many different places. The Grammys, I worked in marketing, and I worked for a phone company. Okay, so, and here's the thing, when you surrender to where you are and ask your soul to gather the goodies, what am I here to learn? And you can't do that if you're clocking in and clocking out and just dialing it in. So and correct me if I have this wrong, but I would really advocate, don't quiet quit, but quietly surrender to where you are and engage in where you are and be curious about what you are there to learn. And there's a reciprocal energy that happens. When you give your best, you receive your best back. So I don't think dialing it in is a good long-term goal. Just saying, I'd love your feedback on that. Okay, so a soul call. Your soul is always trying to get your attention. And I believe that from the first breath, we start to lose connection to our authentic calls, our purpose, because the first primary function of our brain is to keep us safe. And when we start conditioning to this world and adapting to this world, we lose, that strong knowing. You can see it in kids. When you ask kids when they're young, and there's a consciousness there, what do you want to be when you grow up? In fact, what did you want to be when you were a little one? Take a moment and think about it. Put it in the comments. I'd be curious about that. That they're really clear, I want to be a writer. I mean, when I was 8 or 9, I think it was 9, I sent away for a college program to become a writer. And long story about that. I think I've shared it in other videos. But so there was a knowing, writing. Again, when I was in junior high, I knew I wanted to be a psychologist. We are clearer, and then we start to forget, and we start to lose the tracks, the trail to our authentic path. And so a big part of my work is helping people reconnect to that potential, connect to the soul wisdom, get back on track. In fact, I was thinking the other day, talking with a client about manifestation, which I love to talk about. I believe in, not just putting things on a vision board. I believe in empowering your future in the present with visualization, vision boards, and getting your subconscious mind supported to get you aligned with that. And so aligned is the key word. It's more important to be aligned with your soul potential and possibilities than it is to manifest. Okay, so a soul call. They can be a slight intuitive knowing. There's a yes, and this is what is important to learn. What is your yes? And one simple way I teach this is to get clear on what you know. Like, what is the worst food? You'd never eat it. You're absolutely not. No, no, no. And now feel that in your body. Like, what's the worst food you would, like, I put it in front of you. You're absolute not going to eat that. I know one of my best friends in California, it's mayonnaise. If you say the word mayonnaise, she's like, no. Does that have mayonnaise? No. So there's a no, but there's a feeling attached to that in your body. What does it feel like, that no? Where is it? Is it in your belly? Is it in your heart? Is it in your throat? Do you feel like shut down? Okay, use that as your no. Now, what brings you absolute joy when you think about it? So your whole body is in alignment. Like, yes, like, do you want to go to the beach with me right now? Or do you want this $1,000 I have sitting here? Yes, 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 right? So, unless you don't like the beach and you don't want $1,000, but just imagine I'm handing you, maybe let's up level. I'm handing you $100,000 in cash. Here it is. Ready? Do you want it? Do you want to think about it, or do you want it? Oh, I bet you really want it, right? Now, feel into your body. What does that feel like? What does that yes feel like? For me, I'm just super like tingly all over my body. I'm excited about, yeah, I'd want that. There's a yes. That's a yes. Okay. You want to pay attention to your yeses in your body. That's connected to your soul. So finding your yes and then listening. And the way you listen, as Jung would say, bring the unconscious to the conscious. There are so many ways. So number 1, dream work. Dreams are a gift every night for us, for guidance, for multiple reasons. Dream work is about, some of it's just venting and clearing information, but even that, our soul is trying to get through the, all of the debris of our life to get something to us, right? So dreams, you can incubate a dream. You can ask, what am I here to do? What is my purpose, right? And then you listen, and then you journal the next day. Or you can do freestyle, free association journaling. You can write, what is my soul call, or what is connected to my purpose, and just stream of consciousness right across, or automatic writing is another way of saying that, right across the paper. Listen. Another way to get, like, I have this image right now for those of you who do know or have gone to the beaches, and you know those beach combers, and they've got like the metal thing that's like sifting through the sand to find jewelry or a watch or something, that it becomes your body, your feeling of your soul becomes that detector. Yes, yes, this right here. So we may notice again what we admire in someone else. We may be watching a television show or a movie and go, wow, what a cool thing that person does. Or you talk about something you used to do and you no longer do. And I see this all the time with my clients. Like, I don't know what I'm here to do. And I'll say, well, what are some things that you used to love to do? Whoa. I used to love to, and then their whole body lights up. This energy I feel it. I feel their energy it's like the valve gets turned on full blast and they flow with that aligned soul knowing. So pay attention to your energy, pay attention to where you light up, pay attention to synchronicity, another Jung term. Here's something that happened to me one time, and I didn't fully follow the soul call, and I still plan on it. And that was I had the ability to sort of come up with lyrics on the spot. And years ago, I thought, oh, maybe I'll be a songwriter, and I did write a few songs. But before I knew that was a thing for me, I was literally working at the Grammy Awards, and in the highest award for music, right? I loved music, but I never thought about writing music or writing, because I don't play an instrument. But so one day I was sitting at my desk and somebody from the upstairs department came down and said, somebody ordered this book. Nobody seems to know who ordered it. Nobody wants it. I'm going to toss it. Does anybody want it here, or does it belong down here? And I looked at it, and it was a book on songwriting. And my whole body went, yes, that's mine. That's mine. That is mine. And like, she handed me the book. My whole body was like, thank you. Now, yeah, I said, you're going to toss this? She said, yes. I'm like, no, you're not. That's my book. And so that is a kind of a soul call where you feel your body, you feel your joy, your knowing is dialed in. So it doesn't always come strong like that. Sometimes we have to review, like I was talking about those puzzle pieces. Here's another way to do that. What did you love about the previous job? Even if you're in a job right now that you're like, I can't wait till 5 o'clock. I'm clocking out because I'm here to do something more important. Well, where you are, I do love this saying, and is bloom where you're planted. If you don't nourish your soul, water your soul, nurture that potential right where you are, you may not get your puzzle piece. Because after a while, you start putting these puzzle pieces together and you go, oh my goodness, I totally know why I had that job or even that relationship. Everything, your soul uses everything to get you on track with your soul, your potential. So those are my tips for right now. Journaling is another one. Just pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to the synchronicity, like me getting that book randomly. No random. There is a loving, gracious God or universe, however you connect, or nature unfolding through you as you, that is trying to move you towards an alignment, towards your purpose. So start listening for your soul calls and then start answering those calls. And that is feeling your yes and taking one step in the direction of that soul call. And it's one step over, one step and then another, and you're walking in the direction of where your soul is trying to guide you and support you in getting there. Okay, I hope this made sense. I really, this has been on my heart for a while, and then I get a question from a client, and I'm like, that sounds like a soul call. That's another way, it's a soul call. You get these verifications. Maybe you're thinking about it and someone says, have you ever thought of? And you're like, as a matter of fact, I have. That's a soul call. All right, I want to hear your comments. What do you think about this? What's the last soul call you answered? Do you know what your soul call is? And if you do, are you taking action on it? If you feel blocked or stuck in any way, reach out to me. I love to support that reclaiming of potential and getting on track and fulfilling the promise of your soul potential. All right. Like this video, comment. I think that's what helped me last time. The comments just put me out in that grand sea of other subscribers and other viewers. I actually shout out to the person in Russia. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. And then from the UK, I was really thrilled. So really love to, if the very least, you put in the comments where you're watching from. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover for you, I'll be back next week. Yep. For the full moon video. In the meantime, take good care of you. Love on yourself. Love who you are. Nurture your soul potential. You are needed, and your luscious, unique purpose and soul potential is the missing puzzle piece for our collective vision that we are moving towards. All right. Thanks for being with me. I just enjoy connection this way, and I enjoy supporting and serving the soul potential out there. All right. See you next time. Thanks. Bye.